We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
Hello, and welcome to the Nerd Eternal Network. Today we're playing Powers on Payroll, or Icon's Actual Play. I'll be your GM for the day, Jason. And with me as usual will be Taylor as Skater Boy.
Howdy.
Curtis as the Influencer.
Hola.
And Marigold as the Boogeyman.
How y'all doing?
Who remembers where we left off last time?
I don't remember exactly where we left off.
Who remembers where we started last time?
We managed to get in contact with Karen X, who was just as opted just to go by, what was it, Majestic 12?
Majestic 7.
Majestic 10?
She is Majestic 7.
Majestic 7. She has opted just go by Majestic 7. She's chill for right now. And we found out that Professor Prometheus has a embedded in Futuro.
All right, you roboted out there, but I think I made out Professor Prometheus investment in Futuro, which is correct.
Yes.
Yeah, so essentially there was a couple of the Majestics were trying to bring Seven in. Y'all rushed to the scene. The fight was over. She had gotten away and hidden. Y'all managed to find her. Calm her down, talk to her. She's a little embarrassed about, attacking Karen 1, the original Karen. And it was less an attack and more she thought she was the original, so when she showed up at the house and there was one, she kind of freaked out. So she's kind of figured out, even before you told her about the other clone, she's kind of figured out she must be a copy. While y'all were doing that, Whippet had been taking Karen 2, Miss Manhattan, out shopping because, she basically had her costume and, whatever rag she had scraped together, as she escaped the cloning facility. And while they were eating, they were attacked. Whippet wound up knocked out, gassed, I believe. And when she came to, the Majestic that had attacked, I think that may have been 10, whichever one he was, had gotten away with Miss Manhattan. So y'all met back up at the base. You contacted Mr. Manhattan. And went to investigate a shutdown facility in crap, I'm looking at my words now. The industrial area of the city. Where you found a large, for lack of a better word, giant robot factory underground.
And which also had a teleporter, which is presumably how he got the giant robot out from under Detroit and back in to repair it and all that kind of stuff.
Correct.
We had teleported to where we followed we pulled a Star Trek 2 and followed the teleporter. We sent ourselves to wherever it went. And then we were interrupted by Mr. What's his name?
Mr. Manhattan?
Mr. Manhattan, his girlfriend. And
arch nemesis.
I think there's tension there, I swear.
You're not wrong. Your character hasn't had verification yet, but I'll tell you, you're not wrong. He has referred to her by her first name a few times in talking.
Yeah, and she had 6 or 8 minions with her.
I think it was only 4 people following behind her. But yeah, she'd come to the door. You recognized her immediately, and you hadn't quite gotten a good look at whoever was behind her. So if y'all would go ahead and give me initiative rolls, just so we'll get that straightened out.
What? There's
Sure.
gonna be a fight?
There may be. I mean, you broke into her house, basically. Well, her giant robot hangar bay, whatever. All right, the influencer had a 5. Oh, yeah, he already had a 5 in the order. Skater boy got an 8. Boogeyman got a 9. I feel like oh yeah, I missed somebody because Whippet's not here yet. Somebody give me a D6 roll for Whippet.
Sure.
No, I don't need her picture. I need her character sheet. There we go. All right, her coordination. 5. So Whippet gets a 7.
My apologies, Whippet.
Well, she had a 6 last week, so or whatever the last time Mike rolled for her. So, and I think I rolled for everybody else. Oh nope, I did not roll for Ivana. All right. All right, so there's no hiding, there's no surprise. The door flings open, the Atomatrix is standing there.
Hi.
You're pretty sure she's swearing in Russian?
That seems rude.
Yeah, she may be a rude lady. Let me turn on the display. But the first person in the order is this woman who goes diving past, from behind, but diving past. The Atomatrix. Let's see. Anybody who is likely to have studied up on supervillains may give me an intelligence roll. If you have a skill that you think would factor in, let me know what it is, and I'll tell you if it works.
Would law, as in pertaining to studying various legal cases, relate?
Law
Or be
is more
applicable?
about the actual law and rules themselves than necessarily the individual people.
Totally fair.
Now, if you've got investigate, I'd probably let that work.
Sure, I'll roll it.
Crap, where did I put my blank sheet? Let's see, she's not super well known, but she's not unknown either, so... 5 is... Ooh, that's a bad roll. But 5 is the number to beat. And you rolled a 13. So you beat it by a little bit. So massive success. You recognize Phantasma. She is a sort of mercenary villain. Well, her and her team are mercenary villains, known as the Foul Four. She can generate force shields, hit people with force blasts, blunt trauma sort of stuff. And when her shields are erected, she can cause them to bend light around her. It's less full invisibility and more of a predator effect.
Gotcha.
It does make her harder to hit even up close, but you can kind of tell she's moving around when she's up close.
Would I be able to go ahead and give a shout? Yo, barrier and blaster, and point her out?
Yes, absolutely. And it's not the one from stats. But she springs in the room and is going to take a shot. Nice, there it is. Oh, let's see. Who would she think was the most dangerous? Influencer, she's shooting at you.
Oh, lucky me.
7 is the number to beat.
And she's punching, right?
She is firing basically. She's firing a force field at you. Everything she does is kind of force field based.
Oh, but it's prowess, not.
No, it's coordination. She's shooting it.
Oh, my bad. But it's the same. Anyway,
Okay, so
it's
that
3
didn't
on
matter.
both, so it doesn't matter what I rolled.
All right, so you needed to beat a 7. You got a 7, so that's a tie. So she gets a marginal success. So that is half damage. So you take 3 points of damage. If I remember correctly, I think Skater Boy had hit y'all with the.
Mr. Manhattan had said some stuff about it, so I think I had thrown it.
Okay, so y'all have got the Spray on Knee Pads Party Edition up.
Which will mean that 3 damage won't happen and will drop from 5 to 4.
Okay. Alright, so that was her. Next up is Boogeyman.
Alright, would like to assemble a flashbang device. It's like a little stun gun.
Okay. Alright, and what difficulty is that going to be?
Going to be at 5.
Alright. Nine will be the number to beat. Uh, 13, so yeah, you start assembling the flashbang without any issues.
Basically just going to be a handheld sensory overload device. Just a pulsing flashlight, I think, is more or less what it's going to be.
Okay.
Yes, love?
Alright, so next up is Majestic 7. She's going to take a shot at... I guess she'll go ahead and take a shot at Phantasma. So she gets a 5. Phantasma gets a 7, so that's a miss. Next up is Mr. Manhattan. He immediately calls Ivana's name and dives for her. Alright, so he's grappling with her. He's got her in a full hold just right away. Then it's Skater Boy.
So, I would like to craft a gadget.
Okay.
I'd like to make blasting ranked 5. And I will use a tick of my probability control to attempt to make it better.
Alright, so if you're against a 5, so a 10 is the number you need to beat.
Two plus 7. Nah.
Alright, so you're not
Can't find it
able
in my
to get...
pockets.
Yep. Though when you said just a regular old, level 5 blast, I'm just picturing you pulling out like just a regular old hand cannon. But that's not very superhero, so I'm sure that's not
it's Skater Boy. He has fancier, weirder things.
Yeah, next up, another one of them goes. Alright, so Manhattan and the Animatrix are like wrestling off to the side.
Oh, that's what they call it these days.
And you see a rather large individual come through the door.
Is it Bill?
Who's Bill?
Bill was the military guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big Bill, crap, I'm blanking on what his last name was. No, this guy's probably a little broader, not quite as tall. Though close. I'm not going to make you roll this time. You recognize Phantasma. This is Slab, another member of her team. I say her team. It's not like she's the boss, but she's just one of the bosses. Oops, that's not the right one. There we go. Basic super strong guy. The team's muscle. He is going to try to pull Manhattan off of the Animatrix. Alright, so this is wrestling. Does that still use prowess or does that use strength? It's still prowess. Alright. All right, so he got an 8. All right, so he pulls Manhattan off and has Manhattan in a partial hold. Let's see. Then it's Whippet's turn. Who would Whippet go after?
He's going to go for someone's eye.
Oh, in a situation like this, that's not a impossibility. Somebody give me a D6 roll for Whippet. Well, I grab what was her stat? What was that? All right, and her prowess is a 3. All right, so she got her Whippet got a roll of a 4 on the dice. But it's her prowess. +2 for her weapon skill. So that's a total of a 10 versus 7. So that's a 3. 5 points of damage. Which is not enough to get through the shield, I don't think. No, at least not this time. But sure enough, the whip snakes out, whaps her, would be right on the eyes. But you can kind of see where it hits a field just, a little bit off from her skin. But, she still has that natural reaction that you'd have if something went for your eyes of kind of jerking back. But then she smiles real big, like, ooh, vicious. Now I don't have to hold back. I mean, I wasn't going to, but now I don't have to feel bad about it. Not that I was probably going to.
That's our Whippet.
And next up, flying through the door, you see this fellow. Glowing energy field around him. Boogeyman, you recognize him as LD50. And with your science background, you know there's a I guess notation or where they notate something when dealing with radiation. An LD50/60 is the dosage of radiation where they predict 50% of the people who receive that dose will be dead in 60 days.
Oh.
You know,
Boogeyman doesn't want to be here.
I was
hard
going
now.
to ask, what could LD50 possibly mean? And now I wish my mind had not gone there.
So yeah, it's a fancy way for him to be referring to himself as a lethal dose of radiation.
Does he actually use radiation-based weapons?
He has some sort of energy field glowing around him. And, any report you have of him will have him firing eye beams. Basically, it's dangerous to touch him or be touched by him, and he can shoot at you. So just a delight to deal with.
I relay all this really quick. Blaster flyer, don't touch him. Hurt.
You're gonna hurt my feelings, man. Why don't you give me a hug? And he dives for you. Alright, what is his prowess? Probably not as good as his coordination, truthfully, but he gave him the setup, so he had to take it.
We're going to have to kick his butt and turn him into Half-Life.
Alright, prowess. So 9 is the number to beat, Boogeyman.
Doable.
You rolled a 7, though.
Well.
Alright, so that is 7 points of damage.
Ooh.
But you got the spray on knee pads.
Takes 4 of it and reduces down to 3.
Yep.
And the rest of my body armor takes care of the rest of that.
Yep. And while he was diving for you, he was not trying to grapple you. He was just sort of body checking you. Because, you know, all he's got to do is touch you. He does seem disappointed when there's no immediate screaming. And then it is the Atomatrix's turn. She blasts at Mr. Manhattan. He dodges. Carrying on. To the Influencer.
I think I'm going to try and jump in the big guy.
Okay. So the big guy. What is the big guy's willpower? I'm betting he's not going to beat a 16. Nope, you beat him by 10. You're in there for the scene. Or until you decide to step out.
And scene.
So he gives a little jerk, and suddenly it's you standing there, Influencer, with Mr. Manhattan in kind of a bear hug.
I will let Mr. Manhattan go. Well, I guess, am I able to even do that after?
I would say you could let him go as just like a free something. That's less you doing something and more you stopping doing something.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think Manhattan's familiar with your powers. So yeah, so when you let go of him, he looks at you for a second. Influencer?
Yep.
He's like, oh good, I was not looking forward to having to tangle with him. While someone is shooting at me. Wait a second. How did I wind up? I wound up with 2 slabs in the initiative order some kind of way. Weird. Alright. Next one through the door. The last guy coming through the door. For the moment. You see this fellow. And then his face starts melting. His limbs elongate, but sort of, kind of dip. He's not quite becoming a liquid. But as he begins stretching and moving about, his features don't stay firm. Boogeyman, you recognize this as Dr. Viscous.
Do I need to explain what he does?
He's stretchy, fairly smart, stretchy. Really like suffocation attacks where he crams parts of himself into your nostrils and throat. Usually hands and fingers. Him and Phantasma kind of share the leadership roles. Rumor is they're married.
Ah!
Oh, let's see. Boogeyman's got a helmet that's covering his face. Skater Boy's unoccupied.
I mean, unfortunately, that is true.
You see him. He takes his fist in his other hand and literally does like a wind up and a pitch. And that hand stretches out as he's throwing. All the fingers are kind of melded together to the point that it's almost just a little mushy-looking ball, at the end of the arm. As he's trying to basically, catch you in the lower face, cover your mouth and nose at the same time.
Is that going to be prowess or coordination to defend?
This will be a prowess.
Unfortunate. Because that means I can't use my athletics.
Nope, you'd have to have martial arts.
Yep, I've only got 1 point in martial arts.
Oh, but he rolled a 1, so it's a total of a 5 that you have to beat.
I beat it. On my roll of a 1.
With a natural 1, yeah. So you duck out of the way. And it doesn't stretch very far past you. It snaps back to him quite quickly. I remember when you were active the first time.
Yeah, I'm getting that a lot recently.
I've been trying to reverse engineer those knee pads of yours. Fascinating technology. It was such a shame when your mind declined like it did.
Well, alien technology. It's how it goes.
Oh, trust me and my team know.
Yeah, weren't y'all like a space thing too?
Exploring an alien spacecraft, yes. Well, trying to salvage it. Hardly the time to go into it now, though. Alright, and then we are... Wait, no, that's not right. Why did I give him a 9? He should have had a 4, I think. Yeah, that's what put him at the bottom. Alright. So then we are back at the top of the order with Phantasma, who is going to try to blast Whippet. Somebody give me a d6 roll for Whippet.
Got a 5.
Alright, so that's a 5. This would be a coordination. Her coordination is a 5. And she has athletics of 2. So that's like a 12. She easily gets out of the way. Then we're back to the boogeyman.
1 second. I'm trying to get my character sheet back open.
Okay, no problem.
There we go. Dude, really? I think there's just an issue with my internet right now. I'll hold my action for right now.
Well, if you know what you want to do, I can always hit the.
Sure. You know what? I'm gonna blind Days LD50
Okay.
with the little gizmo.
All right, and the days is coordination versus coordination.
Rank 5.
All right, so I'm rolling on your sheet.
Hmm?
So that is an 8 to hit. Versus LD 50s. Coordination of 4, I think. Yeah. Oh, wait, but he's probably got aerial combat. And he is in the air. So that's an 8 and 8. So that's a tie. So this flashbang thing, is it against his strength or his will?
Strength.
Well, that makes sense because this would be a physical thing.
Yeah.
All right, so it was rank 5. Oh wait, but wait. Can't count that roll because it was a tie, so it's half effectiveness. So we'll give it a rank 3. All right, so 5's the number to beat. His strength is a 3. So he beat it by 2, so he is not dazed.
Versus.
Let's see. Next up is Majestic 7, who shot at. I believe she shot at Phantasma last time, or did she shoot at? Great, I don't remember who she shot at last time. I don't guess it matters. Enough stuff has gone on. Let's see. To her, Slab looks pretty dangerous. But she also saw Influencer disappear and let go of Manhattan, so. Let me give her a quick intelligence.
Might look suspicious.
Just give her a little awareness roll. Okay. So she saw Influencer disappear, and then Slab immediately let go of Manhattan, and Manhattan actually say Influencer's name. So she'll shoot at the Animatrix instead. That's a 9 to hit. And a 7 to dodge. Alright, so the Animatrix takes a little bit of damage. Let's see, Manhattan's going to try to grapple her again. Now that he's not having to worry about Slab. Alright, she avoids the grapple. Skater Boy.
I will continue to fish around in my pockets trying to find that 5 blasting.
Alright. 11 is the number to beat this time.
I'm never gonna find it. This is the core conceit of my character that got destroyed upon being told how it works outside of the book.
Well, you know, sometimes you accidentally make muscles that are way too powerful, and sometimes you make Skater Boys.
Yeah. It's a 7.
Maybe you left it in your other jorts. Or maybe there's another pair of jorts somewhere that accesses the same dimensional space and somebody else is using the blaster right now. Alright, then it would be Slab's turn, but that's not an issue anymore. Alright, so Whip It. Doesn't figure her whip's going to be able to hurt.
I just started careful of.
So she is going to try and put a condition, or quality rather, on, we'll do LD 50. In some ways, he's one of the most dangerous combatants on here. Or at least she'd assume so after you start screaming about radiation. Yeah. So somebody give me a D6 roll for Whippet.
Doable.
Alright, so that's a 3 plus. Let's see, she's got precise grab, which lets her use her coordination, I believe, instead of prowess. So that would be 5. She's using her whip, so that's 2. So that is 7 plus 3 you rolled. Alright. So she basically whips out and grabs LD 50 by the leg. You know, with her whip, not her, you know, arm.
Yeah.
So we're giving him the quality snagged. And there are 2 free tappings of it at the level level of success she got. Then it is his turn, and he is going to turn around and try to laserfy the boogeyman. It's not really lasers he's firing radiation.
Yeah.
Though light is technically a... I don't know. Anyway, he's shooting you.
That's rude.
He is not a nice individual. 8 is the number to beat.
Okay, I don't... Well...
Whippet tried to help. Alright, so he beats you by 1. So that is 7 points of damage. The knee pads take off 3 this time.
Body armor takes off the rest.
Okay.
And knee pads go down by 1 more.
Alright, good.
He pads her down to 2.
Those meat bags are the greatest thing.
They have proved to be super useful.
High five. Making those some good noodles.
The Animatrix is trying to escape.
Hmm?
Oh, but she's got to do that versus Manhattan's strength, doesn't she? And she got a 5, and he got a 9, so she is still in a hold. Or did she? Or am I misremembering? Did he get her in a hold last time?
Yes, and then Slab attempting to pull him off got him into a partial hold.
Yeah, but then Slab let him go, and Manhattan's last action was to try to grab her again. And I can't remember. I've rolled so many times, I don't know which set of rolls go away.
Julie, is it help you?
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe he'd gotten her in a partial. Anyway, we will say that he'd had her in a partial, and she fails to get out. Influencer.
Oh, wait.
Did you say Animatrix was trying to get away?
Yes. Manhattan's got her in kind of a partial hold, and she's trying to slip away from him. She's trying to get out of his hold, not escape the fight yet, but she's trying to get out of his hold.
Okay, well, if he's got her, then I won't worry about that. Who is closest to me, I guess? And
Y'all,
can I...
So you're up close to the door where Slab walked in, because that's where Animatrix was and where Manhattan had rushed up to her. So kind of it's on the opposite side of the door would be Phantasma and Dr. Viscous. Because they're both just standing just inside the door doing range stuff. So you could reach either one of them very easily.
Yeah, can't get LD50 because he's flying, right?
Yes, you'd have to jump. But you are super strong, so you might be able to.
I think I'm going to see just how tough this body is, and I'm going to punch Dr. Viscous because I think that'll be interesting.
All right. Give me a prowess roll.
Not great, but hey, whatever.
Let's see. Viscous's prowess.
Was Dr. Viscous one of Boogeyman's old nemesis, or?
No, I just know of them from news reports and such.
Yeah.
Okay.
From research.
Yep.
I thought maybe they knew each other from Marigold's reaction.
Well, no, I think that was him being kind of a slimy, drippy, stretchy guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was genuine from Marigold's realization that this was a Fantastic Four parody.
Oh yeah, that second groan, yeah, that was the realization of the FF riff.
What? That's what the FFs are meaning?
No, it's the Foul Four. Totally different. Utterly original.
Completely different.
Please don't look at us, Disney.
Well, they'd have to go after the Factor 4 from Mutants and Masterminds, and I think every game has got some sort of knockoff FF.
Oh yeah.
Nothing to see here. Look, elephant.
They'd have to go after the Doom Patrol. I mean, it's a whole thing.
Doom Patrol came first. And actually, the Doom Patrol Marvel knocked off for the X-Men. So no, Doom Patrol may have come after the Fantastic Four. You're right. Challengers of the Unknown, I think, came before Fantastic Four. Or maybe they were the knockoff. I don't know. One of them was knocking off the other one, I'm pretty sure. What was I doing? Oh, yes, I was needing to roll for Viscous. Ooh, he got a 10.
I did not hit.
I need to get a 10 without rolling a 6 though. Oh, right. Okay. Specialties. So yeah, you go and you swing, and his neck just elongates out and sort of, moves his head out of the way. So his head's now hanging up. You swing. There's now his neck loops around, and his head's hanging upside down, looking at you. Oh, we were warned about you. If you're in there, Slab, I'm sorry about what I might have to do. Oh, and then it's Dr. Viscus's turn. How about that?
How convenient.
Terribly, terribly convenient. All right.
That tells me I'm going to have to defend myself.
You are. As he tries to slap his now oversized hand on your face.
What color?
10 is the number to beat.
Ooh.
And this is a prowess based.
I'm not going to beat a 10. I'm going to get slapped.
His hand is sort of just wetly, like it was made out of like Nickelodeon slime. If you're the type you used to be able to buy, just sort of all over your face. You can't breathe. You can't see.
Uh-oh.
Well, you can't see very well. This would be the equivalent of like a partial hold. So you can still take whatever actions you want. You're just at a -2 until you deal with this stuff on your face. Then
Which
we're
will
back to
be
the top of the
next
order.
page.
Nope, not him. He's not there yet. Phantasma. She is bending light around herself and going to try to slip out of view. With all the chaos, fighting and chaos going on. She's hoping that will be enough that she can hide. At least well enough to get a sneak attack later. So that's not really anything y'all have to roll against yet. But I will go ahead and roll her stealth. Ooh, dang. Max roll. Alright, so she stealths up and starts trying to move around without being noticed. I'm sure she's not going to be sneaking up behind somebody. Boogeyman, your turn.
Ooh. My initial reaction is try to do something to LD50.
Okay.
But I'm going to actually try to daze Dr. Viscus to try and give the influencer a little bit of a better chance of escaping his grasp.
Okay.
I'm going to tap... a lot of brains, little budget. I'm doing a quick on-the-fly adjustment to my stun light to give myself a +2 to the roll.
Okay.
And oh no, that should be a 7.
Ooh, 12. And this is, I believe, coordination. Well, did not take. There it goes. Ooh, a massive success on your part.
Woo.
So let's see, that is. What was it? Dazzle? Days?
Days.
I was at least heading towards a D, so I'd have found
Yeah.
it. Dazzle. Alright, so that is a massive success. The target is dazzled for the entire chapter. Dazzled characters have a +2 difficulty with actions relying on the day's sense and automatically fail awareness checks using it. So he has a +2 difficulty, or anything he's trying to do, basically. Oh, and that is on Viscous. Let me. Dr. Viscous. +2 diff. Just so I don't forget it. Alright. Majestic 7. Is going to try and spot where What's-Her-Face went. Using her suit's slightly different senses. Ooh, but she fails miserably. Nothing you can do with a 1. Manhattan is going to try to increase his hold, and he succeeds, so he now has the Atomatrix in a full hold, so she can do nothing except try to escape. Skater Boy.
I feel at this point it'd be rude to go for it a third time.
You keep doing what you want to do.
I'll just pull a baseball out of my pocket and throw it at LD50.
Okay, give me a roll. He got an 8, you got a 5. So yeah, he's still struggling with whippets. You know, got a whip around one of his ankles. But yeah, he manages to get out of the way of the baseball without any trouble. A baseball? Oh yeah, you're like one of them sports-based heroes or something, aren't you?
I'm having like trouble finding actual stuff out of my pockets right now.
How much can you hold in those oversized pockets?
They're like, each one has like the capacity of like a Volkswagen Bug. They're like pocket dimensions.
Huh. Hey Doc, I think we need to take his pants. Sorry, that sounded creepier when I said it. Let's see. Then it would be Slab's turn. But he don't get a turn so no more. Whippet is maintaining her quality she's put on him. I'm going to say that success ups it, so there's now 3 tappings of the thing. Though she won't be able to stack any more on it than that. Then LD50 goes. He will continue attacking Boogeyman. Seven is the number you need to beat. Don't forget you have those free tappings if you need them.
Absolutely doing it. How is he attacking me? Punching me? Blasting me?
He is blasting you. I'm sorry. This would be coordination.
All right. Oh, and athletics gives you a bonus to dodging ranged attacks, correct?
Correct.
All right. Oh, I should have added that first. All right.
And you were going to add the snag to it?
Yes, sir.
All right, so that'll be another +2. That now drops back down to 2 uses. All right. You quite easily get out of the way as twin beams of radiation cut across the floor, leaving scorch marks on the floor. He growls. He seems to be aggravated at both Boogeyman and Whippet. He keeps kicking that one leg, trying to get it loose.
Have you tried using your hands? I mean, I'm not really trying to help you out here. It just seems like, we have fingers for a reason, dude.
When this is over, I'm going to mount your helmet on my wall. But he does seem to take your words to heart. He starts kind of reaching down like he's reaching for the whip. Whippet just gives you a look.
I'm sorry. He seems really dumb, and I felt bad about this.
Let's see, then it is Animatrix's turn. She is trying to escape. Ooh, I don't think a marginal success does anything on an escape attempt. But let me double check. No, she's still held. Influencer, you're up. You can't breathe.
I'm gonna try. Oh, I am going to try and get this goop off my face. That seems like my first priority.
All right. This is going to be handled like an escape. So prowess or strength, whichever you'd rather use.
And you do have a +2 because he's dazed. Or dazzled.
Well, now, does that really count? Because I'm not trying to get him off me. I'm trying to get the goop he left.
Oh no, the goop is him.
Okay.
That's his hand. He stretched out and on your face.
So I do D6 plus 3 plus 2.
Now remember, you're in his body, so it would be well, it'd be your prowess because that's more your fighting skill.
Oh,
Or you could use
yeah.
his
What's
strength.
his strength?
His strength is an 8.
Well, we're using his strength. Duh.
Yes, my lord.
All right, so that's and you added the +2 for the.
Right.
Okay. It's technically a difficulty. Well, no, I guess right. A difficulty for him would be a +2. That's right. And that is versus his. I guess the attacker's strength. In this case, it's his, shape shifting more than his
Power.
actual physical strength.
Yeah.
Oh, there. That's actually pretty close to even. Well, not with the +2, but. So you reach up, and like his, you're pretty sure you grabbed him by the wrist or the arm or something. The waving inflatable tube that he's got instead of an arm at the moment, whatever it is. But it just squishes, and it's like you're not getting a really good grip, and you're just sort of like pulling and pulling and pulling, and eventually though you must have reached kind of the limit of how much that arm can stretch. And you just feel it kind of peel off your face like a suction cup. And finally, you can take a breath.
Gross.
And you see this just super stretched out, really thin arm. But as soon as you get it off and let go of it, it all snaps back to him. And then it's Dr. Viscus's turn again.
Wonder how far this guy can stretch.
All right.
No.
Come on now. Where did the power start? Because I don't remember how this works. All right, Dr. Viscus runs up to you, Influencer. And you see both his fists and those arms start getting super, super, super thin.
Oh, Grove, this is not gonna be good.
And then he tries to shove them up into your nostrils.
I knew it.
All right, so it's a prowess test for him to touch you. Let's see.
Yeah, he's got me.
Shapeshifter. 4 plus his power, so he's rolling a 5 plus a die. 10 is the number to beat.
I only got a 7.
So his stretched out arms begin disappearing up your nose. Well, thankfully it's up Slab's nose, but right now it feels like your nose. So you're feeling a lot of sinus pressure, and then you feel like it almost feels like a liquid dripping down the back of your throat. So you're kind of gagging and can't breathe.
Ah,
Uh,
at least he's not trying to finger my brain.
however,
Although,
this power is working like affliction. So he does have to test his power versus your strength or regeneration, whichever is higher. So you'll be wanting to roll that strength.
right.
So it's 8. Stretchy guys is 7. 9 is the number to beat.
Oh. I beat that anyway.
That's a massive success. So, probably not a strategy, but as he goes in, you sort of take a breath. So when he starts jabbing, he's trying to fill your sinuses and your lungs. With Slab's super strong lungs, you give a hard outward breath, and it literally blows his arms back out the nostrils. His arms already look drippy, but now they've got other fluid on them.
Can I sneeze them out?
That's almost what you did. It's almost involuntary. You got and you see, his arms kind of popping back almost normal, but he's sort of like flicking them, trying to flick what's not him off of it. I really hope Slab doesn't remember this when you get out of him.
Yeah, I think you two are going to have a long talk.
Then we are back to the top of the order. One moment. I think I was missing one more handout. One more person slips through the door.
Mhm.
Oh, no.
You see a little kid come running in. He's wearing a T-shirt with a similar double F design. Influencer. He looks at you and screams, "Get out of my uncle!" And then he tries to eject you out of his uncle.
We do not need Franklin Richards.
No, this is Georgie. The players have met Georgie before.
Oh no!
All right, where did I put his stats? Ah, yes, the foul fourths, fifth. All right, so you're going to need to roll willpower. Influencer?
Wait, whose willpower is he rolling? His own?
Yes, he will be rolling his willpower.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this is not some insurmountable something he's got to do. Georgie is no weakling, but he is not, greatly overpowering or anything. Well, against some of you maybe, but not the influencer. All right, so influencer rolled a 9. That can't be right. No, that's right. Your power is super, super high.
Yeah.
Ooh, but if this is... I'm sorry, I told you wrong. You should probably be rolling your whatever power you use to possess people. That's what you'd be resisting
Oh.
with, the power.
Well, that would have made it a 14.
Okay, we can go with that. So that's a 14. Let me roll for Georgie.
Wait. No, 15. Whatever. Yeah, it would have been a 15.
Well, Georgie rolled a
4.
14, so it makes a difference.
Yeah, I rolled a 4, which would have been plus 10, which would have been 15.
Okay. Wait, how's a 4 plus 10, 15?
Hey, I can use probability control and just give a -2 to Georgie.
No. You're
need
right.
be.
We would have tied.
To be fair, with a marginal success, he's not going to manage to evict you. But you can feel, a comparable mental presence to your own now in there, fighting with you.
Who's the brat? I have to forget. I'm not a villain. I was
about to say, influence. Is that the influencer asking, or is that Curtis asking?
No, that's influence.
Okay.
Asking. Like the battlefield's no place for a child.
Next up is Phantasma. Boogeyman, give me an awareness roll.
Doable.
Holy smokes. 12 was the number you needed, because I rolled her stealth earlier. So you catch a little, flicker of movement out of the corner of your eye, so you're not completely... She's not getting any bonuses for blindsiding you. As Phantasma is standing beside you now and, is taking a swing at you. Oh, wait, that's...
Alrighty.
That's Boogeyman's character sheet, not Phantasma's. Where did I put Phantasma? Alright, so plus 4.
Myself.
You could really have used that
Ooh,
whole
not a break.
blindsiding thing. Oh,
Nope.
she rolls a 1, so it's a total of a 5. Which means you get a massive, or you turn her attack into a massive failure because of how well you rolled your defense. Which gives you a free punch on her. What is Boogeyman's strength?
It's a 5.
Alright, so that's a 5. She's taken 1 lick already.
He just screams, jerks back, and does a quick little rabbit punch right to her face.
Why do you people keep going for the face?
It's reflex!
Alright, so she had a 7, but 1 lick knocked it to a 6. Alright, so you don't appear to have damaged her. Like, she doesn't sound hurt, just startled, because you keep going for the face.
Yeah.
So hers is now sitting at a... Okay. And then she yells at Georgie that he shouldn't be here, go back to the house. And Georgie tells her, no, he wants to help.
Of course he does.
Boogeyman, you're up.
I'm going to get a little bit of distance from her, and then I'm going to take a swing at LD50. trying to wrap his knuckles with my baseball bat. I'm gonna tap. Both tough SOB
Okay.
and one tapping of entangled to give myself +2 to damage.
Okay. So that's another one of the
And-
snagged down. So there's one use of that left.
That's an 11 to hit.
All right. And this is you running up and hitting his hands while he's trying to unwrap the thing. So this is his prowess, which is not his bestest of stats. Let's see. Not his bestest at all. Though he does have the aerial combat. And he is in the air. So that helps him a little bit. Rolling a 1 does not help him though. So that's a 5. So you beat him by 7. That's a massive success. How much damage do you do?
5 normally, and bumps it up to 7 with the 2 qualities tapped.
And you are using your baseball bat.
Yep. Aiming right for the fingers.
Alright, so you whap him for the damage. And you said it was. Oh, that's right, you got a +2. And the bat usually does. I know you just said, but how much damage was it?
7 total.
7 total, okay. Now, even using the baseball bat, that is still a. Well, though I didn't do that to Whip Bat, though, with her whip. So I guess that would be a way to avoid the aura. Alright. You are pretty sure you hear finger bones or hand bones or bones of some variety crack as you bring the bat down on him.
I feel nothing about that because he was talking about mounting my helmet on his wall. So,
It just means he was going to take your helmet. It's not like he was saying he was going to mount your head on the wall or some crazy stuff. He just wanted a souvenir.
it's my helmet.
The company gave it to you. It's not like it's your original helmet or anything.
You want another hot dog? Sure, hell yeah. Love that appetite, Miss Ma'am.
Alright, then it is. Majestic 7 is approaching Georgie.
His one weakness, a violent criminal.
No, remember, Majestic 7 has full memories of being a mother.
True.
Young man, your mother said get back to the house. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to run him to the house. So she starts trying to talk Georgie into, basically this is adult business, Nobody here is trying to hurt your parents much. Arrest them maybe, but let's see, there's a willpower. Give her a bonus for being a mother. Man, I'm rolling a lot of 1s in a row. And Georgie's got a pretty good willpower.
The family that villains together stays together.
Look at the comics. Look at how many heroes have married and divorced. But the Absorbing Man and Titania are still married. Since the 80s.
Also legitimately one of the cutest couples in comics.
Okay, Georgie ain't having none of it. He's literally doing the whole yelling no and stomping one foot. Let's see. Manhattan is just going to apply damage to the Matrix. You know, kind of in the form of the whole bear hug, squeezing her so she can't breathe, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Shh, shh, go sleep, go sleep. Shh, shh. It's almost over. Skater Boy.
Things are going well enough. I'll attempt one more time to get my rank 5 blasting gadget.
Ooh, I rolled. Luckily for you, I rolled yet another one.
I will use the second tick of my probability control to give myself a +2.
6 is the number to beat. It is a
6.
tie, which technically I believe counts as a success in this instance.
Thank goodness.
So what is it that you pull out of your jorts finally?
I'm pulling out. It's a weird, long barrel pistol with a welded grip on the barrel. And on the other side of the barrel, in weird script, it just says Whiz Kid. Pops it out. Alright, I'm like, kind of forget what I loaded in this last time, so I'm not gonna like shoot at the kid with it. And on use of the gadget, am I allowed to use it when I pull it out, or is it one turn wait time?
You have to spin the round pulling it out.
Yeah, quote unquote crafting the gadget. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure how that works when you spit multiple rounds in a row trying though. But no, I think you'll have to wait till next time to fire it.
That's fine. I have the Whiz Kid out and ready. That's what matters.
Alright, Whip It is maintaining her hold on the guy. Then it's LD50's turn. Luckily he doesn't shoot his beams out of his hands. Ooh, I thought I'd have him swoop over and grab the kid, but he can't do that with his powers activated. And he can't really pick the kid up with a broken hand anyway. So in his anger, he is going to shoot at. I guess he's got to shoot at the person that's hurting him. So another one coming at you, Boogeyman.
Fair enough.
Let's see. Nine is the number to beat. So you take half damage, which would be 3.
2 points taken off for. And the shield is down to 1.
The Matrix is going to try to escape one more time. Ooh, it fails badly. Influencer, you're up.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shout, Georgie, listen to your mother. And then I am going to try to grab Viscous.
Okay. Now, in his case, he'll be resisting that with his stretchy gooey power as opposed to, any regular stat.
So I probably cannot touch him at all.
His power's a 7, so, it depends on what he rolls. You rolled a 1 with your sucker punch, though, so, or 4 total. So.
Yeah.
So you were trying to grapple him so that he doesn't get a free shot on you. So not that he's going to be able to hurt Slab with a punch anyway. But so you go to grab him and he's twisting and turning and and you hear Viscus yell at Georgie, "Listen to your mother and the man possessing your uncle. Go back to the house." Or maybe he would say superhero possessing your uncle. Then it is Viscus's turn. Okay. He's familiar enough with y'all, and even Majestic 7 for that matter, to know y'all aren't going to hurt a child. So he's not worried about somebody targeting Georgie. I mean, obviously he still wants Georgie off the battlefield. Influencer, give me a prowess roll. As Dr. Viscus sticks out one of his legs in the classic "I'm trying to trip somebody" pose, but then the leg sort of weaves its way between your legs to try to trip you up. He's trying to knock you prone, basically.
Viscus fights dirty. Ooh.
Says the man that's using Viscus as his buddy to, or possibly brother or brother-in-law. You're not really sure. All right, so 12 is the number you needed to beat.
I only got a 7.
Oh, you rolled for it first. I'm sitting here waiting on you to roll, not realizing you'd roll first.
So I believe that means I am prone.
You face plant. You're not pinned. You're not held down. You just face plant.
Boom.
And Viscus backs up away from you a little bit. Kind of rubbing his eyes a little bit. Which is weird to see because his face stretches weird as he's rubbing. Next up is Georgie. He looks at Majestic 7 and tells her to start shooting her friends. She tells him that's way too violent for somebody your age. And then she's going to try it. Well, it's not her turn. Never mind. He seems surprised at just how completely, unaffected she is. Phantasm, let's go. She is going to turn around and fire a beam or a projection of force at Whippet. Somebody give me a d6 roll for Whippet, please. 8 is the number to beat. Do I need to just pick somebody?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was leaving it to Marigold, I admit.
I had to step away
It
from
was too.
my phone quick.
All right, so Whippet gets a 1 on the dice.
Oh no!
Let's see, evade, which is her prowess, so that's all she gets to add to it. No, this is her shooting. Never mind, this would be her coordination, so that's 5 plus her 2 athletics. So 7 plus the 1 is an 8. Even with a minimum roll, Phantasma only gets a marginal success, so it's half damage. So 7, so we'll say 3 damage. There's 1 point of the knee
Minus
pads
1.
left.
Yep, last point of the knee pads is used.
And then let me see, does Whippet? I don't think Whippet has any actual armor or anything. Alright, so she takes 2 points. First damage she's taking, she's fine. You know, there's a oof. But it's not even enough to make her lose her grip on her whip or anything. Boogeyman, you're up.
I'm gonna club him across the head. LD50, that is, and not the child. LD50.
Good, because I think y'all did rough the child up last time.
We did, in fact. And then
We were
pretended to
playing
hold him
villains
off.
last time.
I think y'all roughed him up and then had anyone impersonate him. Oh my goodness. This is not going to go well for poor Jimmy. LD50. This would be versus his prowess. Oh yeah. Ow.
Oof.
Massive success. We're not going to have to bother to roll the stun or the slams or any of that though, because just the damage alone knocks him unconscious. The energy field around him goes out, and he slaps the ground. Whippet does a little flip with her wrist, and her whip lets go of him.
I give her a quick high five. Teamwork! Woo!
Alright.
Oh, shouted teamwork, woo, and then dropped.
Alright. Where's my... There it is. Alright, so she's going to try to grab the kid. And the kid... So now she's trying to just... Majestic 7 is trying to just physically grab the kid. Clearly being careful not to hurt him, which is making it easier for him to run around and kind of dodge. Mr. Manhattan applies damage to the Animatrix again, and she passes out.
It's one.
Well, it's actually 2, because Boogeyman knocked one out. Skater Boy.
The Skater Boy, now armed with the Whiz Kid, will point at Phantasma and click as you see magic runes light up down the barrel, and it fires, and a crossbow bolt just goes zinging out at her.
From what looks like a pistol, though.
Yes, from a very long barrel pistol.
I'm picturing the Joker's, the Jack Nicholson Joker's pistol, where he pulls it out of his pants and the barrel just keeps telescoping.
Unfortunately, it's only a 5.
All right.
Because I'm back to rolling a lot of 1s.
Today I have been feeling your pain. Oh, wait. That's bad. Almost slipping to the shapeshifter. That's not the right one. All right, her coordination. Holy smokes! So a 6 on the roll, so a total of a 10. She'd been paying attention to, you'd pulled a big gun, she was paying attention to that, so she sort of sidesteps as this crossbow bolt goes flying by.
Oh yeah, it was like last time I went like hunting with the guys. I loaded it. That's right.
What were you hunting?
Like deer. It's a crossbow bolt.
From a pistol? You don't hunt with a pistol?
Yeah, it's the Whiz Kid. It's like the gun that can shoot anything. It's the pistol of choice of all wizards.
You hear Dr. Viscous, magic. I was interested in it for a second.
Like, magic follows rules. If you study it, it's just like any other science.
No, it is not! You have clearly triggered Dr. Viscous. The rules vary depending on a belief system.
Yeah, but that's like the starting variable of the... Oh,
The laws
I'm
of
not
physics don't
smart
change
enough.
based on what you believe. Boogeyman,
What?
you're close enough to Phantasma that you hear her go, oh crap.
I take this not the first time this has happened.
No.
So I have been trying to punch and hurt Viscous this whole time, and Skater Boy does it with freaking words.
Yeah, I'm like really good at that part.
All I did is got snot on his fingers.
Well, and his forearms, and at least as far back as his elbows. Luckily his suit's, all blacks and reds. The gloves are black, for a good ways back. Maybe they won't stay. Let's see. Then it is Whipette's turn. I think she's going to try to just grab Phantasma and hold her. With her whip. Marigold, if you give me a d6 roll for Whipette.
I can very kindly do so.
6 is the number to beat. This would be...
It's a 3 plus whatever.
She has precise grab, which I think let's use the coordination. So that's 5,
Mm-hmm.
6, 7 with her whip,
Oh.
plus the die roll. So that is a massive success for Whippette. So she has Phantasma in a full hold. Phantasma can't do anything except try to escape on her next turn. Then it's LD50, but he's unconscious. The Atomatrix, but she's unconscious. Influencer, you're up.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm face down.
Influencer, you're down.
I'm going to get up.
Alright, you stand up. And let me check. Yes, okay. Getting back up is your move action, not your actual action. But like I said, Dr. Viscous backed up from you, so you couldn't just stand up and reach him.
So I can't reach him. Okay. Then that's basically all I can do. Other than snarky dialogue.
But you do love you some snarky dialogue.
I can't help it.
Dr.
I
Viscous.
will say I will say to Dr. Viscous, that's 2 down, Viscous. You can surrender now.
His legs scrunch down like an accordion's. And then he sort of springs up and across the room towards Whippet. Telling her she should not have attacked his wife. But he says it very calm and matter-of-factly. Not like when he was talking about magic earlier. Is it raining? It may have started raining at the house.
It was raining in Hartsel just a little bit ago, so it's probably just headed your
It's
direction.
weird how much sun's still coming through the window. Anyway. 1 second while I go make sure I rolled my car windows up when I get home. Yep, I'm good. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
What was I saying? Oh, yes, Viscous was going after. Alright, so his prowess of 5 or 4 plus his talent with the power. Marigold, give me another roll for Whippet, please. This would be her prowess.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, I don't need Boogeyman's sheet up anymore.
Oof.
So that's a 5. Ooh, so he got a marginal. Oh, he got a major success. So he's jumping. The fingers on his hand are elongating, and some of them it's the mouth and nose thing again. You hear her kind of gagging. This is enough to make her, drop the whip. So Phantasma's free.
Yeah.
Influencer, exit my teammate. Or I'll start poking holes in her lungs. Phantasma sort of nods. He can make his fingernails relatively sharp.
You wouldn't.
Phantasma looks
Son's
over at the
still on-
boogeyman. You're the detective type. Tell him we're killers.
Your son's still on the battlefield.
They are, in fact, killers, correct?
They are, in fact, killers, yes. They're not like complete Joker level psychos. But whatever it takes to get the job done. You know.
He'll do it. He's done it before.
What do you
So I
do?
have to wait till my turn, I guess, or
That's fair. Yeah, probably so. Yeah, so that was Viscous. We're back up at the top of the order with Georgie.
but they're the sweetest killers.
Oh, and Viscous tells he tells Georgie Go. Run and get your go bag. And Georgie pauses for a second, but then he turns around and he heads out of the room. Or out of the little hangar area thing you're in. Phantasma's turn. She tells you, all right, this is how this is going to work. We were clearly losing this fight. We're going to take our team and go. The atomic stripper lady over there, because the Atomitrix does have like the whole fishnets things going on.
Yeah.
You can keep her. She's not a team member. We will let your, assuming your buddy exits slab, we will leave your friend behind. When we board our plane or our flyer. And then she's sort of she looks like she's ready to take a shot at anybody that tries to continue the violence. Boogeyman, you're up.
Boogeyman's gonna stand down.
Majestic 7 will
Fair
follow your example. Mr. Manhattan doesn't look happy about it, but y'all get to keep the person he was wanting to catch, so Skater Boy.
Skater Boy will crack the whiz kid at the barrel. A 4-leaf flower with teeth lining it will open up, and he just dumps some hacky sacks into the flower mouth as it closes back in, and he shuts the gun. Fine, but I'm gonna stay ready.
Let's see, Slab doesn't get a turn. Whippet just really wants to breathe. LD50's out. Atomitrix is out. Influencer.
I'll step out of slab.
He gives kind of a start. Did we ever establish people remember what they did while you were in there?
I don't think we did, but I don't see why they shouldn't be able to remember.
Okay. All right, so he's caught up on what's happening. He immediately walks over and picks up LD50 and cradles him like a little baby. As he walks back, because he picks him up and then turns around like he's heading back out the door. As he walks past Whippet again, he's like, I know how that feels now. But my sinuses are so clear. All right, back to Viscous. If y'all are gonna try anything, they're going to go to their team vehicle. They leave Whippet behind, load up in their vehicle, and take off.
Before they head out, Skater Boy will go, and just for the record, don't call the professor. Just leave, please. If he calls you and you have to answer, I get it. But
I doubt he's unaware of what's going on here.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the file 4 vacate. Georgie is mean mugging y'all. As you see him with his backpack Backpack under one arm, big stuffed animal under the other. Now I say stuffed animal. It looks like something. It looks like a stuffed something from the Cthulhu mythos, but yeah. But he's giving you the mean mug as he runs across to the vehicle. Outside the hangar, you see there is like a house, some distance off, and there's a few other like storage areas and facilities.
That could have gone a lot better.
Yeah.
Boogeyman's gonna check on Whippet, make sure she's, okay-ish.
It's pretty disgusting. She's pretty disgusted.
Yep.
Got a little bit of a nosebleed because fingers in her sinuses, but yeah, overall she's fine. You now have one prisoner, and the rest of this facility to search if you want to.
Yeah, let's get her secure. What would be a good way to secure her? She's got low grade super strength, right?
Yes, she's got low grade super strength. Manhattan can fill you in on that. Energy projections of a variety of sorts.
While she's out, I'm gonna slap a pair of cuffs on her, and then on both her ankles and wrists, and then just load her down with the spray foam, of binding.
Okay. So kind of arms behind her back, where she won't have any leverage against the phone, that sort of thing.
Yeah. And will I still need to make a roll for the foam, or is it just we have enough time? I can take my time with it.
And in this instance, we'll say you've got the time, so we're not going to worry too much about that.
Yeah. I guess we should pillage the place.
Yup.
Yay, pillaging. Alright, quick search of the house. The above ground portion is just a house. Clearly the villains had just been living here. There's some family photos still up, though most of them look they were taken here. Video game system still in the living room. TV is still on. Basically, whenever they bugged out, they clearly didn't take much with them. But other than, like I said, those few photos, there's not a lot of real personal effects. There's clothes, but it was like just stuff they would have bought, locally or. You are able to find out you are on an island in the Caribbean. One that does not have extradition treaties to the United States. There is, however, a subterranean portion up under the house.
And what delights do we find in the basement?
Well, first you find a very sturdy-looking door with a very complicated computer pad, keypad next to it.
I'm gonna knot together my little lock-picking gadget again.
Okay.
Plus.
7 was the number to beat. You got 10. So yeah, it works on it. It works on it for a little bit and pops it open.
And I'll write down whatever code popped up on the screen, just in case we need it.
You go down there. There is a computer lab. There's a server room. There is an area. There's like a little robotics workshop. Does not look like a place where you would mass produce robots. But you could put one. There's enough space to be putting one or two together, or maybe just be using it as repairs for like human sized.
I'm gonna go around and take photos of everything.
Okay.
And look over the parts. They're like
They look like they're for humanoid-sized robots. A little on the T-800. Or what was Schwarzenegger's?
T-800.
Yeah. Not quite as skeletal. But that kind of not a lot of extra anything to them.
Yeah.
Though there are a few mounting spots where maybe it could have mounted armor plating or something, but this area doesn't look like it's been used much lately. The next floor down is mostly genetics.
To be expected.
It looks very recently used. Like there is, warm coffee in the coffee maker or in the coffee pot. Manhattan starts looking around and points out that like all the notes and stuff are predominantly in Russian. He's like, "This is Ivana. This must be Ivana's lab."
Are we able to glean what's been done here from the notes?
Do you speak Russian?
Oh, does he speak Russian? You know what? I'm going to... It sounds insane. I'm going to make a little translator device, basically just... Yeah, I'm gonna make a little gadget that translate that's just Google Translate in a can.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Considering how easily you can translate stuff, as long as you have access to the internet, yeah, coming up with some little something that can, it's fancy because it can read her handwriting. But,
All right, and
what power rank are you going for?
Going for 5.
Okay. Another 1 on mine, so 6 ends up being the number to beat. So yeah, you cobble that together without too much trouble. It's really just a little something with a nice enough camera to get all the details, and a strong enough satellite connection to punch through and get internet access. Alright, so you start going through both her handwritten notes and her notes on the computer. She was working on the computer, so it's not even locked down. She's still logged into it. Distinct impression, she was probably in here working when whatever alarm triggered, and then she rushed out to get mollywopped by y'all.
Yeah.
Manhattan sits down and starts, there's multiple workstations, so Manhattan's slapping away at one, and, Boogie, what would you want to, now that you got the thing translating, what are you going to look for in her? Is there anything specific you want to look for?
Anything related to cloning superhumans, any mentions of Karen specifically, or Majestic 7, if that's a keyword that pops out a lot.
All right, give me a computer use. So I guess technology. I don't think computer's a separate something. So technology and
Yeah.
or intellect, rather. This is not going to be too difficult. There's a lot of data, but it's opened up and. So I'm going to say Windows search being what it is, but Windows search being what it is might make it more difficult.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, not great. Marginal success. So you start cloning superhumans. Check. You find references to Project shoot, I'm blanking on the word now. Hubris, which I think is a name y'all run across before.
Yes, M7 told us about it.
Right. It does indeed seem to be Professor Prometheus's plan. The plan seems to be ultimately to uplift all humanity into superhumanity.
Mhm.
So there's lots of things on samples he's taken from various superhero fights. When you specifically look up Karen's name, there is a date for when he collected the sample, which matches up with what Karen told you about her encounter with him. But Karen's name also pops up. It pops up under Project Hubris, but it also pops up under Project Majestic,
Mm-hmm.
which seems to be his, powered armored robotics project. But as far as cloning superhumans, you find a file about him trying to clone Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically trying to work in some of the. Basically, he was trying to graft one superhuman's powers into the Karen clone. To have the. To be in addition to the relatively minor abilities Karen already had. Tracing that sample leads you to what another file labeled Project Starburst, which seems to have been a government super soldier program. The sample that he worked into the Karen clone came from a Kenneth Maxner.
Does the name sound familiar?
It's Mr. Manhattan. You have figured that out.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think he's pretty much revealed that to you. He doesn't. Mr. Manhattan doesn't exactly have a secret identity. He just has a not very publicized identity.
Yeah.
He runs a Max Tech. And he had told you he had met Ivana at a program he thought was a government program at the time.
Oh.
But I'm assuming we don't see anything that says specifically why Karen was chosen.
She already had superhuman genetics. As far as how he found out, but that's a little bit deeper, and you got a marginal success. Well, y'all have time though, so basically, the hint he got of her being superhuman came from somebody in her neighborhood's live journal. from way back in the day. They had spotted her out like practicing, what little bit she could do, and had apparently put it up on their live journal. Not with the full name, but apparently he had things. He had feelers out for any reports of like non-costume superhumans, because he didn't necessarily want to go confront superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
And my other question is, do they have like a list of the supers that they have gotten DNA from?
There's a fairly extensive list.
I'm gonna keyword search Primus.
Primus is more or less listed under his wish list. Like, he'd really like to get a sample from the Primus, but the Primus doesn't leave blood behind at scenes very often.
Okay. The tension in Boogeyman's gut just sort of eases away just a little bit.
Now, he did manage to get a sample from Dynaman a couple of years back when he was so badly injured. So far, it doesn't look like he's really done anything with it yet, other than study it.
Bring it here. Yeah, put it in the seat.
So yeah, so the cloning of Karen seemed to be just, it was one of the samples he had. It's just the one he kind of used.
Mm-hmm.
The project was listed as a failure in trying to accelerate her aging. Well, and he was trying to rewrite some of her memories. Apparently, he can clone a person and copy their memories completely without incident. But modifying a person, trying to modify their memories, like to make them more, obedient, that sort of thing, that tends to mess things up. So, the Miss Manhattan clone was effectively brain dead, or so they thought. He had closed the file out, but then there are notes up under it, added to it once they realized, she woke up and wandered out.
Mm-hmm.
The last note in that file is basically subject reacquired.
Does it say where she was transported to? I don't expect exact coordinates, but even a site name would be helpful.
Detroit Facility B.
Does it tell us where Site B is, besides just Detroit?
It just says Detroit Site B. I mean, everybody that works for him knows it. Why, what, yeah.
Why bother?
Yeah.
But we do have a prisoner that we can interrogate.
We do, in fact.
Magnetic says, yeah, we should probably be able to rouse her up by now. We should probably go talk to her.
Wait. Hold on. Like, Majestic 7, do you know where Detroit Site B is?
No, I knew Site A. He had talked about building a Site B, but I don't know. They may have moved there after I left. It would probably be. It would be a lab where it would be where he could have the genetics equipment. He would need space. But there's so much empty real estate in Detroit.
Oh, might be able to get something out of Atominatrix.
So y'all start to head back upstairs?
Yeah.
As you're tromping up the stairs, Mr. Manhattan asks, "Oh, do we need to research the Majestics anymore?" Majestic 7's like, "Well, we were kind of considered a dead end project. You know, we were useful, but we're not. You know, you're not really bootstrapping humanity up to superhuman levels with just gizmos they're wearing or building robots."
Well, honestly, actually, we might be able to take a gander at their files and find any issues with the armors we're going to be fighting. Might get us a little bit of an advantage if we have to come to blows.
Well, that's a good point.
If there was a way to shut that armor down and when we're in a fight, that could be very useful.
Well, I can be checking that out while y'all, question the Atomatrix. I wonder if she came up with that name on her own.
How much do we trust M7?
Is this the team having a discussion? After they've stepped back upstairs and she's gone downstairs? Or are y'all having this discussion in front of her?
Let's call it, after she heads back downstairs. Okay. Nope.
Please.
Nope.
Please.
As we head back to the Atominatrix, I'm going to whip together a truth serum aerosol real quick. Basically, just just exactly that. Just something to lower her. I don't want to say the term inhibitions.
But
mess with her
it's
judgment
doing.
with the information she releases.
Boogeyman is terrifying with the budget. Alright, so what rank is it?
It's going to be rank 5.
Alright. Ooh, maximum roll. 11 is the number to beat.
There we go.
Okay, you rolled a 10 and a 13.
Oh.
It double rolled for some reason.
I double tapped it. Let's go with the 10, just to be fair.
Okay. Alright, you can't seem to get the aerosol truth serum thing cobbled together.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Should do it the old-fashioned way. Where's the phone book? Alright, but y'all get her roused up. Oh, wait, y'all gonna have a discussion about how much y'all trust the Majestic 7, weren't you? Or were you?
I mean,
I'm not sure we have a real good answer to that question.
She has been pretty straight with us so far, and I don't think her being on the run is a ruse on her part, but we can't really rule out that she might have ulterior motivations for tagging along with all of this. But I don't think any purpose she has would necessarily be at cross purpose with ours.
Manhattan speaks. Well, if she's another clone, yeah, but she didn't think she was a clone, did she? That's the whole reason she ended up losing a little bit on the original. I could see her being pretty unhappy. Ooh, she thought she had a home to go back to. Yeah, I could see her being a little agitated at Prometheus. But, mad at a villain doesn't necessarily mean not a villain yourself. He goes, but I don't know her, I literally just met her when I came over to y'all's place.
I can't see any reason for it to be like some kind of long play. I have to kind of like take it up front that she's just like against him at this point. But it does sound like weird because his research said that like he couldn't affect memory. So she should have like been pretty upfront about like knowing she shouldn't have been wherever she was when she came out of the whatever tube she came out of. It's like there would have had to been like a whole like theatrical production to like trick her in a way to make her believe that she wasn't a clone.
I suppose it really depends on what level of mental tampering does it take for it to actually become a problem. Like, is you are hired by this supervillain to test out this armor, that's why you're here. Would that be enough to turn her brain to jelly? Or cause other severe problems? Because that's a big difference between this is your science god and master that you're serving. There's a huge gulf between those two extremes.
But I can't see any reason to like take her off this mission or anything.
Yeah. Another worst case scenario is she might just be trying to find out if there's any more clones of her running around. Which, fair. Mm-hmm. No dinosaur toys.
Oh.
It's a long story. But, I suppose we should poke the Atominatrix awake. if we think we're got our bases covered with the M7 situation.
Alright, so y'all start rousing up Animatrix. In the big foam thing, y'all had to leave her, outside in the yard, basically. Yeah, she rouses up. She kind of shakes her head, realizes she's trapped. Almost immediately starts glowing. And Mr. Manhattan quickly steps forward and puts a hand on her. He goes, okay. She was trying to do this flare up thing she can do, but I'm absorbing the energy as she produces it, which is a lot easier to do when she's sitting still like this.
Oh yeah, imagine. Do you need me to like hit her in the face with a bat, or like just to get her to settle down?
She spits in
Or
your
is
general
it- or-
direction and rattles off some unflattering sounding Russian.
Also fair. But I just want to make sure you got this under control. I don't want us all to get flash fried.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
She'll tire herself out eventually, which gets him spit at and called names in Russian.
All right. I suppose we just wait a little bit until she tucks herself out. She'll
Fine.
probably be more open to questioning then.
What do you want?
Oh. Do you know off the top of your head, hey, what is the location of Site B over in Detroit?
I do not know his exact location. I know the professor has been working on it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He had to move locations after his treacherous toy soldier went AWOL. Where is she?
I'm doing her own little research.
You know you have no jurisdiction here.
But, that's fine by us.
You could be causing an international incident.
Will it be? Are you supposed to be here?
Yes, I have my passport. I'm here legally.
Mm.
I mean, does
No.
anybody have jurisdiction over this island?
Well, the government of this island, yes.
Honestly, not expecting you to tell us every little evil plot that you got cooking up in that head of yours, or everything that you've been doing with the professor. But I'd say we all just head on back to the States after our good friend gets done doing her own research, and we have a longer talk there.
You don't have the authority to take me to the United States.
Who's gonna stop us?
The government of this island knows I'm supposed to be here. It'll be quite the kerfluffle if they found out the United States was sending superhumans to capture and drag people out of their country.
Hey, I'd like to go ahead and step in here as just like a guy. You're trying to like play us for like a political thing, and like I've never cared.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, the US government is getting yelled at. They've done so many bad things without us needing to step in. It's like, alright. And like we as like a collective group know we're hunting after a supervillain. So we know how this story ends when we like capture him and show that like you're doing evil things. It's like, oh, all's forgiven. Like I've been through this like so many times.
Like in the immediate, what this means for us is a very long, very annoying meeting with our bosses. And that's
And
about
also,
it.
Potentially like 2 to 3 months of us like having to run from the police. And it's like, whatever.
Yeah, they didn't really like they don't really like me in general. At least back in Nerds Ferry. But
How much would I have to tell you for you to simply let me go?
What you know? Like, I don't know what the good doctor, good professor's current agenda is, anything he might have in the pipeline, his location.
Are there like more Karen clones?
Oh God, yes. Are there?
No, as far as I know, there's only the one.
Okay. Wait, one?
Is the other one like a robot?
What's that the one? Oh, you mean you mean the little toy soldier?
Oh, she's not a
Oh,
M7
you thought
isn't.
there was people in those armors.
What now?
Oh, okay. They're like all robots.
Ah,
Well, I could tell you all about them if you let me go.
Yeah, but like them all being robots is like enough for me.
yeah. It's
Like, I don't particularly need to know like more.
like they seem pretty thoroughly alive. So I don't know. It's kind of like a Chinese room situation. But I don't. Yeah, just robots, not power armor, just robots. Actually, before I say that, I'm willing to burn a determination point. I'm going to look around to make sure M7 isn't walking up behind us and hearing this.
You look around, no, she's not.
Okay, so they're robots. Oh, that's gonna suck
So-
for M7.
Well, interestingly enough, this brings us back to my original question. Because this guy was fixated on Karen enough that he made a robot of her. This isn't a clone that has super DNA grafted to enhance her powers. This is a robot of a person that he was.
Yeah, that he had like already pulled memories of. It's just convenient.
Mm.
Like the other robots are also robots of people.
Yes, most of the Karen's like, or not Karen, Ivana's like, most of them were terminally ill.
Oh, that's depressing.
It gave them a
How
chance
many
to,
of them
it
know?
gave them a chance to continue living.
Yeah, but how many of them know that they're robots?
Oh, they all know.
Oh, except for M7.
No, when I say they all know, I mean they all know. Mansplaining.
Well, no, it's because like Majestic 7 did like a series of actions that made it appear as though she fully believed herself to be the person. So like
Oh, Karen thought she was dead. I don't think she realizes she's a copy. They're all under the belief that they were down, that their minds were downloaded into the. No, I think she assumed that robot was killing her.
Well, damn. All right.
how long have you like been working with the professor to know all this?
Oh. She looks over at Manhattan. I don't know, Kenny. When were we working together? That was really about the time I started. And he basically goes, 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah. They were both working on that project that he thought was government sanctioned. And then Ivana wound up strapping him to a table and using all of his theoretical research on him. The real short version of his origin.
Mm-hmm.
In his escape, he kind of radiated out a lot of energy, blew her through a wall, assumed she was dead, and she showed up later with superpowers. And then from the files you're looking at, they were trying to work some of his abilities into the Karen clone, which sort of worked. She does some stuff with the radiation. She is super strong. It also seems to have jacked up the natural Karen power she had.
Mm.
Karen Powers.
Well, I guess you don't know any other safe houses that the professor might have that he might be at, or even just like what his real name is.
That I do
Or,
not know. He is very secretive about where he comes from.
I mean, honestly, fair enough.
He looks fairly old, but I suspect he is older than he looks.
Hmm.
Not ancient, but older.
Yeah. You start messing around with this kind of super tech, life extension is part and parcel of the deal.
Though you'd think a man so short would worry about making himself taller.
Honestly, might not be of anything. Well, I mean, the human elevation thing is obviously, a big vanity project, Project Hubris and all that. But it probably doesn't bother him.
Yeah, at least he's self-aware.
But you have seen what he looks like.
Oh, yes.
You have a photo, where
How many
You
photos
wanna
do you have of your bosses?
Oh, God, do you really want to know how many stupid goddamn photo ops I've been dragged into at my day job, my old day job? But no, point taken.
I'm like my own boss, so I don't count.
The professor talks about you like you were so intelligent. I just don't see it.
Did they know each other?
Well,
He knows
the
of
science
Skateboard.
community used to know me, pretty well. I have patents.
Mm-hmm.
I engineered a way to use lightning in a bottle to power a skyscraper once and stuff like that.
That was cool as hell.
Yeah. I got tricked into it by my mom. Long story.
Parents. Yeah.
All right, what other questions do you have for Ivana?
What do you know about his involvement with Futuro?
Oh, he has stocks in all sorts of tech companies.
Mm.
But I might know something else if you let me go. Something on why Futuro specifically.
I'm fine with not. I'm fine with us not doing anything to her to get more information on the professor. What about you guys?
Yeah, honestly,
The
at this
question
point,
is, what about Manhattan?
yeah,
Hey,
that's who it comes down to.
we don't say that out loud when we're trying to do a trick on people. Just for the record.
Yeah, that was really the player talking, not the character. But
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Manhattan is like y'all. He knew Ivana was working for somebody back in the day, and that's a big part of why he wanted to track her down. I mean, that and her mutating his mother. But but he also wanted to track down who was actually behind it all. So this whole professor thing, y'all have given him a lot of info already.
Yeah, but she's also done crimes that he can in fact turn her into.
Oh yeah. Never mind the personal beef that has him wanting to put her in jail.
Mhm.
Well, then I guess, let's see what she has to say. Hopefully it's.
What do you know about Futuro's involvement with Futuro?
Hopefully it's. 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 Hopefully worth letting her go.
Well, yeah, if y'all agree to let her go.
I'm gonna start mixing up the solvent.
She's in a little hesitation. I really trust her. Boogeyman's got a so reputation. But finally, she demands that Kenneth give her his word, and he does not look happy about it. The whole mutating his mother thing.
Oh, no, hold on. Sorry. She does need to, go to jail.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
she has nothing else to tell you then.
Can a jail, hold her?
A regular jail? No. One of the super prisons? Sure.
It's
Hopefully. As much as it's going to hold any villain anyway.
Well, this is an attempt to, see what Manhattan really thinks on the subject. Because, is there a way we can, even guarantee that the super prison doesn't have, some slight connection to the professor's underground dabblings where he just, gets her out?
Manhattan's I have no idea what kind of connection the professor must have.
Hell, y'all, what? What if I slip a specific radioactive tracker into the solvent and slop some a little bit onto the Atominatrix whenever I'm getting rid of the foam, and we can use that to track her after we leave. That way, Dr. Manhattan or Mr. Manhattan, excuse me, can go collect her at a later date.
I'm assuming y'all have this discussion over to the side.
Yes, I'm saying I'll burn a determination point. Say this was part of the plan. This is a conversation we had previously.
Manhattan can detect various energy sources. She does not give off energy except when she's actually doing something with her power.
Yeah.
So yeah, how long that isotope would last, who knows? But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he could actually be down with that. Yeah, because obviously he's not going to promise to not keep coming after her. All right, so y'all make the agreement with her. With the plan to not exactly double cross her, because you are letting her go.
Yeah. She gets a head start.
We're going to count to 30 very slowly. So she tells you he did use what influence he has on the board to encourage the formation of your team.
Not altogether unsurprising. Why us specifically, though?
Oh, you and the little girl with the whip? You're going to be his examples to the public on what his process can do.
The hell you mean examples?
Test subjects. Prototypes? He's going to empower you. He was very firm that he wanted at least half the team to be unpowered. Your intelligence, your skills. He saw you as good examples of peak basic humanity.
Oh.
The old man just sort of squeezed his way onto the team.
Well, that's good to know. You have any idea how he was going to subject us to the empowerment?
Unfortunately, no. I wish I knew. I'm actually curious to see how it works out, given that he's using some of my
Maybe
research.
we'll find answers on Site B.
What I'm not sure, though, is why he wanted you, influencer. You were already tied to the company in some way. Oh, well, maybe he'd already been influencing you.
Huh.
But anyway, I think I should be going now. As
No,
per the agreement.
of course.
Keep in touch.
Mm.
And she walks over to the
Oh.
garage attached to the house and drives off in a rather expensive-looking sports car.
Gonna lean over to Mr. Manhattan. You got a beat on her, right?
Yeah. That's the
Okay.
ideal of yours is going to work just great.
Awesome.
I'll need to move quick to make sure she doesn't find it, but yeah.
On the upside, I think we've gained ourselves a very nice summer home.
It's like illegal for us to be here.
Yeah.
Now,
And,
about
like,
this time,
I'm not...
Majestic 7 comes out. I've got copies of all the files.
Hey, cool, thanks. Awesome.
Hey, like, can I ask you like a big question?
Sure.
What are you?
She goes stock still. Oh, you also noticed where I'd mentioned some of the armor was damaged on one side, like the shoulder thing was gone and the bracer was gone. Yeah, she's got all that repaired now. But yeah, when you ask her, can I ask you a big question? She just sort of freezes. Oh, what do you need to know?
Like, what are you specifically?
She sort of looks. She looks over at like the melted goo that's left of the foam. What did she tell you?
Things that kind of answer the question about the robot lab under the house. Listen, it's no issue with that. Just, how much do you know?
The last memory I have on the street was him attaching something to my head. Then I became aware, but it was like, imagine like a sensory deprivation tank. I could think, but I had no impulse or no sensory input. I gotta block a bot. All right. Later on, when he plugged him into a computer, I could speak and hear. I thought I had died. I thought I was dying, and he had downloaded my mind. But then after I got loose, I managed. Eventually I made my way to Detroit and tracked down my husband, and found that apparently I was not dying. I was a copy, and not. I thought I was the original, just downloaded, pulled out of my head. All the other Majestics knew, but they were all of them were dying anyway. So they're the only thems running around.
All right, so you like fully know that you're like a electronically composed being.
Yes.
And you realize you just like hooked yourself up to a machine owned by the guy who like tries to control you.
the copies of our minds aren't exactly like regular programs. If you tried to alter too much, we fritz out. It's something to do with it having to take the whole pattern at one. I don't know. He tried to explain it one
Right.
time,
But like, your tracker is still like broken, correct?
oh yes. I had the machines produce the individual parts, and then I attached them myself.
All right. That was the concern, was that like if you had like stepped into a thing that was fully automated, it was gonna like, you know, set you back to where like he knew stuff that we didn't want him to know.
Oh, okay. I understand. No. Yeah, no. The tracker collar part was a separate. It was an additional piece he came up with for the armor. I think he trusted me less than he trusted the rest of them. Y'all are really okay with me not being organic?
I mean, yeah.
I was a little concerned about that. I may have even deleted that information out of the files. We should probably get another copy. Like I kept all the schematics for the armors, just left out the part about the pilots. However, before y'all can decide to do anything else, you start hearing police sirens, and they sound different from American police sirens, because different countries you go to have different.
Yeah, we should probably go.
Yeah.
So y'all rush back into the hangar, still having not seen the giant robot.
Don't like that. That is very much Chekhov's giant robot. I don't like it at all.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Why, Chekhov,
I mean,
that's
clearly-
an awfully big robot you have.
Clearly, the person you want fighting Red Ronin is, Daredevil and Shang-Chi. So yeah, y'all run back into the robot hangar, and you manage to get the teleportation activated again. The police are pulling onto the property by the time y'all get away, but in the hangar they don't see you. We will wrap there with y'all arriving back in Detroit, because it is after 4 now.
I had to step away. What was the clue that she gave us for finding Site B?
Oh, that the professor had influenced the company into putting y'all together on the team.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you got back at the tail end of us talking about that, I think. So anyway, hope y'all had fun. I enjoyed it. Hope anybody that comes by and checks us out later, hope you'll enjoyed it. We should be back in 2 weeks. Again, I was your storyteller for the evening. Or excuse me, your GM for the day. Got switched up with my Tuesday game again. Jason. And with me was Marigold as the Boogeyman.
I hope y'all had as much fun listening as we did playing.
Curtis as the Influencer.
Laters.
And Taylor as Skater Boy.
See ya.
And we will see y'all next time.